Howdy, howdy. Happy Sunday, happy stream day. What's going on, Adventure Daily community? Out here on the old big red turd. Whew, it is hot. Very hot. Out at this beautiful spot. I've seen some tracks from four-wheelers and stuff, but as far as I'm aware, I'm the only one that comes here, which is pretty cool. It's a nice hidden gem. It is pretty rough getting back in here too. You can do it on foot, but as far as vehicles go, not a lot of people are wanting to do this. What's up, Justin? What's going on? Yeah, I'm just relaxing by the creek. Had another good weekend. Actually went on a Grom ride yesterday, so stay tuned for some Grom content. What's up, Lex? What's up, Mr. Brap It Out? Yeah, we went on a Grom night ride last night. Did a bunch of hooligan stuff, some wheelies, so look forward to that. Definitely changing it up. Yeah, they're hard to come by, dude. They're really hard to come by. I had to reserve one, and I know somebody that works at Honda, so it was easier for me to do that. He actually gave me a phone call, shout out to Cody, and told me he was getting one and if I wanted it, and I said, hell yeah. So it worked out. Yo, what's up? What's up, Rye? Mr. Eric. How you feeling after that long ride, dude? I bet your goody hole's a little sore. All the way back to the D-Town. What's up, Ryder? What's up, Jimmy? What's going on? What is going on? Yeah, we got some good content last night. To me, the road stuff gets kind of boring, but there's definitely a lot of wheelies. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened. A lot of burnouts. Little urban foolery. Lex and I were tooling around the hood doing some wheelies, and we ended up doing some slow races in the parking garage, which was always fun. But I enjoyed it, man. It's been a long time since I've got out and done any street riding, and it was fun. You know, we had a big group, probably like 40 Groms total, some big bikes mixed in there, a few monkeys. There was all kinds of stuff, a lot of shenanigans. Definitely not the kind of group that the police like, I'll say that. Oh yeah, that's funny. It's Pride Month, man, I can't judge. A little hooning is always the best. Dude, I gotta get up. I'm not in a comfortable spot here. Ah, little crotch shot for you. There we go. Oh man, right in the frickin' goose shit too. Excuse my French. Yeah guys, we're out on the old 300L. Loving this bike. I contemplated taking it on the Grom ride, but I had to take the Grom out. We are over 100 miles. 100 miles, man. So I'm loving this bike more and more each day. We're actually out doing a high-speed test right now, so I'm gonna do a little highway review. I think that's like the biggest asked question with this bike is what's the top speed? Everybody wants to know the top speed. I'm more curious to see if it's comfortable, you know, if you can cruise 70, 75 comfortably. The 250L was questionable, you know, it wasn't fun to cruise 70 miles an hour. I don't know that this will be that much different, but I think it has just enough extra power to make it enjoyable on the highway. So for all you people wanting to buy this bike and use it as a commuter and you have a short highway commute, I want to answer that question before you go out and buy one. Is it actually enjoyable to ride on the highway? I don't think it's going to be enjoyable, but I think it's going to be doable. 110 racing, do you do any? No, I sold my 110s years ago. Dude, honestly, I'm just too big for them. I really am. I've got a 36-inch inseam, and riding the damn 110s, I feel like a circus bear. Like my knees are up into my chin, and especially after breaking my leg and the ACL, it's just, I have no interest in riding the 110s. The 125s are perfect for me. I had the 125 FB. I want to get another one soon and turn it into a little street legal, little mini mobber, little pit bike. And yeah, the 125 is the perfect size for me. So no on the 110s. When are you getting tires on the 300? So I'll be working with Rocky Mountain, and we're going to try out the Tusk dual sport tires. So as soon as I get them, we'll throw them on. I think I've done enough testing in the stock form to show you what it's capable of. If you haven't seen those videos already, check them out. You can do a lot with them. You really can. We were riding some pretty gnarly terrain, and I'll show you guys the tires. These are the IRCs that come from the factory. They may look like knobbies, but they don't really work like knobbies. They are not the best. They're okay on the street and some like fire roads and some dry dirt roads, but as soon as anything gets muddy, you're gonna have a bad time. So we'll be getting the Tusk dual sport tires. They're called the Tusk D Sport. We're gonna try those out. Full handlebar setup coming soon, so we'll finally get rid of the stock bars. I can't stand them. They feel super cheap. I'm sure they are super cheap. I don't like the bend, and I need to have a little bit of a rise on there. So the adapters for the fat bars will give me like 2 inches, maybe a little less, and then I'll get the CR high bend, which I love. Tusk actually makes them. I'm waiting for them to get them back in stock, and hopefully get those sent out. We'll do some different mirrors. I would really like to do a 450L headlight on this, but I don't think I'm going to touch it. I like the graphics and how it ties everything together. So, oh man, I've been enjoying the bike. What can I say? The dual sport life is fun. I mean, look where I'm at right now. Look where I'm at. Look at this. Just surrounded by beauty. Got old girl parked in the creek. Look at all this slate. It's gorgeous. Crikey, mate. Yeah. You can do this stuff on the grounds, don't get me wrong. I've done it before. It's way more enjoyable on the big bikes. You know, you have way more suspension travel. You have the bigger tires and wheels that just roll over things easier. More ground clearance because of that. And it's just way more comfortable and more enjoyable to get out here and do some dual sport stuff, dude. If I was on the KTM, man, I would zip right up that right there. Doesn't look much on camera, but that's pretty damn steep. I think I've said that like multiple times today. A lot of that has to do with the tires. I shouldn't keep saying KTM, but I just need a good set of tires on here, and then I can start doing some more climbs and stuff. Not that I should be. I do like kind of having the handicap with this bike compared to like a full-on dirt bike, just because I have to kind of limit myself and not get too wild. Can't be getting too turned up out here. I'm still healing, man. I'm still like 70% on the road to recovery. I do have a knee pad on. One knee pad, I know, kind of silly, but better than nothing. I was worried about the mosquitoes out here, but it's not bad. I think we should do a stealth camp out here. This is like straight up trespassing, like public land, but I think we should do a stealth camp here. I think it would be a good video. And it's so hot right now, we should do a stealth hammock camp. I love hammock camping. It's just so easy to set up, and you don't have to have a big pack with you. Yeah, stealth hammock camp on the 300L. I think that'd be a killer video. Start a little fire out here, cook some food up. Not bad. See what else we got going on here. Also, what content do you want to see on the channel? All right, I said I was going to do the top speed run, the 300L, and the highway review. What else would you like to see with the 300L? I also want to take it to the city soon. I want to take the 300L to Columbus and do some urban exploration. I know of a few off-road spots, like in the ghetto, so I think it would be kind of a cool video, different change of scenery. I'm always out in the middle of nowhere, out in the country, so maybe we'll infiltrate the city and do some dual sport hooning in the city. You'll get a little bit of that in the ground videos, but it was a night ride, so the quality isn't the best, of course. Do camping videos, we'll do. How do you like the KTM 690? I've never rode one, so I can't really say. Eric and I say, do it. I might just. You guys might have to join me. I'm still waiting for the KLX 300 from the dealer, and they just don't have them in yet. Yeah, all bikes right now are kind of hard to come by. A lot of them have deposits on them, so it's like first come, first serve. I don't know why it's like that right now. You'd figure people would have less money, but it's exactly the opposite. Same with the housing market. Everything's just stupid. Yeah, we got Downey in here in the live chat. Pierce Boys, what's going on? The bees. I uploaded a video on something I built in school a few days ago, and it got over 2,000 views. Damn, dude, congrats. That's good. That's awesome. Your wheelies last night were supreme. Thanks, bro. It was definitely a long, it's been a long time since I've done that. Like, over 2 years since I've done, like, actual ground wheelies. Like, I've hopped on it a couple times the past couple years and just played around. I also had an issue with my rear brake that kept me from doing what I want to do. We finally got that figured out. I swapped over the slave cylinder, and I bled it 1,000 times, and it's finally tight. I was screeching the tire all night last night, so definitely felt good to do some wheelies, man. It's been a long time, so we'll see if YouTube likes them. I doubt it. 20-second video. Dude, the shorts are doing good. All the short videos are doing good right now. Are you gonna put a pipe on your bike? Probably not, because of stuff like this. Like if I had an old FMF or the Yoshi on here, I would constantly be getting called on for trespassing, and it's just good not to draw attention to yourself. That's the main goal of the quiet exhaust. That's why I prefer them. On the Grom, man, I had the stock exhaust for the longest time. I recently switched to the Kaufmans just because I had one lying around, and I like the Kaufman. It's fine for like street rides and stuff, but that's not really the most fun thing for me. I like the exploration, like getting to places like this. Like, you can't beat it. Oh, what's up, Carol? Let me know when you want to urban explore Columbus. I'm 100% down to go along and find some awesome spots. Yeah, dude, let's do it. Let's get that Vit Pillin dirty. Or the Grom, that's fine too. I went up 33 subs the other day. Dude, that's awesome. Congrats. Quiet life for the legal exploring. Yes, exactly. Yeah, definitely legal. For sure. I see bars and handguards going on first. Yeah, yep. That's like number one on the list, even before the tires. I got to do something with the handlebar setup. I can't stand it. I got to get at least a 2-inch rise, the CR highs. That's like my favorite bend. And we're going to do the Tusk wraparounds that have the integrated blinkers, so we can get rid of the blinkers. They have the same exact blinkers as the Grom. They share a lot of parts, you know, anything they can. So we'll get rid of these, and we'll have the integrated signals. Same in the rear. We're going to do a fender eliminator. Get rid of this whale tail, tuck everything up, even do away with that tail light. I want to find a setup that's like tucked in here so we can start scraping this thing. Some little wheelie boy stuff. Other than that, guys, I need a skid plate. We're going to do tires, the Tusk Dual Sports, and I want to upgrade the shock and the springs. I don't know who was telling me about it, but there's like a $500 option. You can get a shock and a set of springs, and it completely changes the bike. So I think I'm actually going to do it with this one. I put it off with the 250L, and I kind of regret it. I would have loved the bike so much more with a better suspension. This thing's just way too soft, dude. I'm like 200 pounds wet, and this thing is set up for like a 160-pound rider, so it's just not being nice to me. Dude, yeah, if it's working, keep doing it. That's what I always say. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I was like, what the hell is that? There's a couple of trees that are like rubbing against each other, squeaking up there. Freaking me out. 300 looks good. Still loving your videos, dude. I still have my 250L, but we'll be upgrading soon. Are you upgrading to the 300 or something else? Oh, there goes a train. I contemplated parking by the train tracks, but this was a little bit more scenic. And dude, it is hot. I've been sweating my balls off today. It's like 95 degrees right now. Even all night last night, I was sweating during the night ride, and I was just riding around in a t-shirt. What kind of tires do you have on the Honda 4-wheeler? I have the Tusk Mud Force. More 4-wheeler videos coming soon. I was actually going to take out the Rubicon tonight, go out in the river and get wet because it's so hot. But like I said, I have some unfinished business to do with the 300. We're going to do the highway test, the top speed run. What do you guys think I can do? Top speed. 300L, so we got 50 more cc's. Not really, but close enough. What do you think the top speed's gonna be? I think I can pull off 85. With the right wind at my back, the right downhill, I think I can hit 85. Maybe 90, I don't know. It's very choked up though. If I had an exhaust on here, it would probably do better, and a little electronic jet kit. This thing is super choked up. Like, it gets hot. That is one thing. It'll be a good bike in the winter, but for now, man, this bike gets super hot. All the emission stuff on here, the freaking ridiculously restrictive exhaust. Say that 3 times fast. It's super restrictive. It's choked up, so it gets really hot. 91. Somebody said 91. Dude, if we can get in the 90s, that would be freaking crazy. Somebody said 100. Dude, I doubt that. 86. I like your mud flat. Hey, thanks, brother. Mississippi, man. Shout out. All the sisters out there. I'm coming for you. Was thinking 85, 80. What's the percentage on your leg? Dude, I'm like 70%. It's been a long journey, dude, but I'm hoping to be 100% by the end of summer, but it's coming fast, dude. It's already going into July, so at this point, I just don't want to hurt myself again, so I've just kind of wrote riding like single track and all the enduro stuff off for this year just to play it safe. I mean, I made it this far. There's no point in taking a step backwards at this point. I'm still out here having fun and doing a lot more than most people are, so I can't complain. And yeah, I'll probably wait till next year to start getting back into the crazy stuff. But trust me, I miss it, man. Every hill climb that I see, everything that I question, I just talk myself out of it because it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. The biggest hold back for me right now is the range of motion. I can only bend my leg to like 80 degrees. So I don't know if I can show this on camera, but that's all I got. You know, usually I can bend my other leg up to my ass. So if I were to crash, it would rip all that scar tissue and probably be beneficial, honestly. Like, they do that. It's called a manipulation under anesthesia. They'll literally knock you out and force your leg to bend, get all that scar tissue ripped up, which is still an option for me. I was just kind of waiting to see if it would, if I could do it just with stretching and everything. So yeah, it's not off the table. I'm still gonna try to work it hard, but maybe that'll be something that I do in the future to speed things up. Do four-wheeler videos. Yeah, I kind of feel bad, man, because I got a whole wave of four-wheeler subscribers, and then I just stopped making four-wheeler videos just because I've been enjoying this dual sport so much. But I haven't forgot about the old Ruby. I still have plenty of more videos to do with that. I want to like tow a kayak down the river with it, tow a Lexus on a raft, bunch of silly stuff, and I still really haven't got to water wheelie yet, so I want to freaking water wheelie the damn thing. If I have to buy more aggressive tires, I will. I just wish it had a little bit more power. It's all a trade-off, man. Can you get me a 250, please? Yeah, dude. What's your address? I'll send you one over. Maybe wait till the next year to do the jug run. Yeah, I already decided against it. My buddy Tyler hit me up for the early admissions, and I was like, nah, I'm not ready, man. So he was like, yeah, dude, don't do it. So if I were to do it, I'd probably do it on the 300 in the dual sport class because it'd be freaking hilarious. And I'd be fine, honestly. But I don't know. I'd rather do it at 100% than at 70. Tilly would be proud of me when I went riding with a Bayou this weekend. That's awesome, dude. Shout out to the Bayous out there. That's funny. What else is going on? Stuff with Rocky Mountain. Trying out their tires, handlebars, bark busters. Probably some luggage in the future. I want to get some tank bag and even some small bags for the sides. I need to get a rack for this bike. I don't know of anyone that makes one, so we might have to make our own. Some small stuff just so I can carry stuff without wearing a backpack. Like right now I'm without water, which is pretty stupid, but I didn't feel like wearing a backpack because it's like 95 degrees out. I could have thrown my fanny pack on. I just didn't want to, so I just want some kind of storage for the bike. Other than that, skid plate, tires, handlebars, storage, delete the frickin' fender. That thing drives me nuts. I scraped it. Check it out. We've been scraping the old fender. Yes, sir. Race Tech suspension upgrade spring for the fork eventually. Yes, I'm going to do the rear shock and the front forks for sure, 100%. I'm not going to put it off this time. Sooner the better. I really like the D Sports. They last a long time. That's good to hear. I've heard nothing but good things, honestly. For the price, can't beat the price. I've only ever ridden the Kenda Trackmaster, so I was going to try the Dunlop D606, but Rocky Mountain reached out, so Tusk D Sport it is. Where can I get a rack like you have on the 250L for my WR 250R? I'm really not sure. Just search on Amazon. They might have some cheap ones on Amazon, or just Google it. AXP skid plate with linkage protection. Yes, yeah, that is a must. It's pretty low ground clearance with these bikes. Not much. Whew. Oh my gosh, dude, don't be putting your address in here. I hope that's not your actual address. Let me just delete that for you. Kids don't need to be putting their freaking address in here. Actually, I don't know that you're a kid, but there we go. Oh, okay, he's just trolling me. Stance it. No, dude, come on, man. We can't be doing that. Maybe the four-wheeler. Maybe we'll put some camber on the four-wheeler. What is a 300L putting out for horsepower? That's a good question, dude. I have no idea. I have no idea. Whew, she looks good, though. I definitely like the look of the 300 better than the 250. That red, white, and blue theme is just me. Should take the four-wheeler to a mud park. See, that's the thing, is I don't really have it set up for the mud. I'd like to, but dude, I'd get stuck instantly. I've seen some of the stuff at the mud parks, like that's just built for the water, you know, clean rivers, and I don't have a radiator relocate yet, so I'll just be overheating it. I'm not saying it's off the list. I would like to go. It looks like a good time. I'll just ride somebody else's quad. What is your dream truck? Oh man, what is my dream truck? I'm not picky, so I really, that's hard for me to answer just because I really don't care. I'd probably like a newer EcoBoost just for the fuel economy. It's not because I'm cheap. A newer EcoBoost, yeah, EcoBoost. A Duramax or a Cummins. I'm not picky, man. I like all the brands. Not huge on the Fords, but I drive one. I did drive one, so I don't really care. Do you have any, as I say, EcoBoost, do you have any advice on learning wheelies? For me, it was the small bikes, the 110s, the 125s, the XR100s. The small bikes is what I learned how to wheelie on. Like, I grew up riding dirt bikes, full-size dirt bikes, and I could always wheelie them, but as far as getting back to the balance point and learning that, it's hard to do on a bike that makes a lot of power. Like, I was always riding two strokes, and the power band will just rip the bars right out of your hands, and it's hard to learn how to wheelie with a bike with that much power. So I definitely recommend like an old XR100 or a KLX 110, CRF 110s, any of the 110s, even 50s. Even 50s are good. 70s, all of the small bikes, even a three-wheeler. Three-wheelers would be really good to learn on, because you don't have to worry about the side to side, but you can learn the brake control. And that's the biggest thing with the wheelies. Anybody can pop a wheelie up. It's getting it back to balance point and learning the muscle memory of the brake. You have to tap the brake, to bring yourself back down, because your first instinct is to jump off. I've been there, I've done that. You get back, it's like when you're falling out of a chair. Your legs go to the side, you put your arms out and try to brace for impact. You can't do that, you're gonna get hurt. Your first reaction has to be to tap the brake, and just tap it. Don't slam it, because you're mousetrapped. So it's all trial and error, it's muscle memory, it's repetition, it's practice. So don't set yourself up for failure. Really just do it in a safe environment, off-road preferably. Find like a nice flat section of grass, wear some gear, wear a chest protector, so you don't hurt your back. I've hurt my back plenty of times looping. And just start out by bringing that front wheel up. Just start popping it. And once you start popping it, start tapping the brake. I don't care if you're up to balance point yet. If you're up to 45 degrees, that's cool. Just start tapping the brake and feel that bring you back down. And you'll have that muscle memory. Then you can start bringing it back further, and then once you get to balance point, you feel that in your chest. Like when you get too far back, there's no saving it. You can save it. You got that brake. That is your safety barrier, is the rear brake. And that's something that I never understood as a kid. I was never taught as a kid, and we just didn't know. We didn't know any better. All of this like bike life wheelie stuff, this is all new age stuff, and I know it's been going on for decades, but not in my area. I grew up in the not middle of nowhere, but didn't really have many people to ride with and didn't know about any of this stuff. So the wheelie stuff is new, man. I just learned how to wheelie within the past 5 years. Like before that, like I said, I was just doing power wheelies like everybody else out there, and looping out and hurting themselves. So the brake was the game changer for sure. The Fool Send, shout out to the Fool Send. I don't know if he uploads any videos, but if he does, check it out. Kobe, I listen to a little bit of everything, man. I've been on the hair metal lately, rap music now and then, the rock and country, folk music. Dude, I got a weird music palette. Do you pull the clutch and use the brake, or just the brake? For the most part, just the brake. I'll play around with some coasters now and then, but it's nice to have the engine braking, especially with the 4 strokes. It also kind of brings you back down, just the RPMs in the engine. It'll bring you back down naturally. So you can kind of coast using the RPMs of the engine. With the 2 strokes, you don't really have that engine braking, so yeah, you can pull in the clutch. But when you're starting out, no, don't worry about pulling in the clutch. You're just adding a whole nother a whole nother aspect to learning how to wheelie that's not necessary. So yeah, don't be pulling in the clutch at first. That's like expert level stuff, to be honest. Because as soon as you pull in that clutch, you're not gonna have any engine braking. So if you're up at balance point and you pull in that clutch, you're gonna go back real quick. 2 questions. Where is the correct clutch grab point for a 250L? I have to fully grip the lever to completely disengage the clutch? Okay. Which I feel limits my ability to 2-finger clutch. Well, yeah, go ahead and adjust it. You can adjust it to whatever you want. Just make sure you're not dragging the clutch so you burn up your plates. But like the 300 came perfect. Like it was dialed. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, I 1-finger it all day. I can 1-finger the 300, no problem. So just go ahead and adjust it. You know, a little free play is fine, but you don't need much. Also, I just started riding with the gloves, and I feel like I can't get much feel through the gloves. Nah, you'll get used to it. It's good that you started to wear gloves, though. Hey, what up, Mike? Triple OG, what's good? Yes, Jeep Man, thank you for saying that. Yeah, the kickstand is freaking stupid. It drives me nuts. I'm gonna either weld a plate on there or just get one of those little feet for them. Probably weld so it'll actually hold up. I'll get Travis Pastrami to weld me a little puck on the bottom. Because yeah, it's stupid. You can't tell right now. Oh man, you're gonna make me get up, Jeep Man. Ah, that's okay, I need to get up. And I'm gonna try to walk through here without getting my feet wet. Yes, look at that lean. Look at that. And that's not even a bad example. It's stupid. And that's flat ground. Like most of the time I park this thing, I'm worried about the wind blowing it over. So yeah, that's a huge error from the factory. Like that is just a pointless overlook. I have no idea why they did that. My 250L is not that way. It's actually quite the opposite. So I don't understand. I don't understand why they did that, but yes, it's annoying. Yeah, Scott just said the same thing. Holy shit, we got Jake the motherfucking garden snake in here. What's going on? I guess that kickstand will work well for Supermoto at least. Yes, dude, that is the plan, to get a set of Supermoto wheels. I don't know how many people out there have done the 300s yet, but I'm not sure. Lex is working, my brother. Lex is working. But yeah, holy shit, man. Shout out to Jake the garden snake, dude. That's awesome. Definitely was not expecting that. But yeah, I also want to get a XR650 soon. I'm talking like vintage. I'm not talking the 600. I want the electric start, but I want like the white plastics with the blue seat and the red XR stickers. Like I want something vintage to match the mud flap. So that's the next on the list, I think, is the XR650. And I want to do the 125 FB mini build, the street legal mini build. I think that'll be sweet. I like them. Like I said, I'm not a 110 guy. I'm just way too tall for the 110. So I think the 125 FB, especially with the fuel injection, it's fun to wheelie around. It's not too small. I'm 6'4", so I can actually comfortably fit on that bike. So I think I'm gonna get another one. I had the previous one. I sold that when I broke my leg. So 120 FB little street legal dual sport build, the XR650, and obviously build this thing up. Yeah, Jake's just sold his, but his was the R. Yeah, the kickstart only. It isn't that bad, man, but I got the bum leg, dude. I got the grandpa daddy. I got that broken tibia life, so even though I'm pointing to my left leg, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but how do I explain it? It sucks to have to put all my weight on this leg to kickstart it. There you go. Can you give me a shout out? Shout out to the full send, dude. I already gave you a shout out. We broke up, Kels. The full send, please. Dude, I gave you a shout out. I'm still waiting on my 300L. I've been in the UK, waiting since April from the main Honda dealer, enjoying the videos, dude. Keep them coming. I appreciate that. Like I said, I know somebody that works at Honda, so I was able to put a hold on this bike, because as soon as they ship over here, they sell. Same with the Africa Twins. Not the DCT models, they're not that popular in my area at least, but the manual transmissions, all of them sell out. What else? All the new Groms are already paid for. I would like to get my hands on a newer Grom just for content reasons, and I do like them. The 5-speed, it's cool. Something different. I'm glad they did something different with the Grom. The seat looks more comfortable, dude. The SF seat is trash. I've always hated it. My nuts are right up on the tank. My knees are up in the chin, so it'll be nice to be able to move back on the seat. So I think that's what we'll do potentially, or the Trail 125. Trail 125 would be sweet. I blow my left ACL out, so kicking was still good. Damn. Yeah, ACL, I just had mine done 2 months ago, and I'm like still a long way from a full recovery, so you know how it is. It sucks. Both my knees are bad, so no big bore starts for me. Yeah, dude, especially the bigger bore kick starts, man. Those suck. There's like a certain way to start them, you know, getting them to the compression stroke. And are you going to Vintage Days? For sure. Yeah, I'll be at Vintage Days this year. It'll be my first year too, so you're gonna have to show me around, dude, because I've never been. It looks like a good time. I'll bring the 3-wheelers, old Big Red. Lexus may or may not have something in the vintage category that we'll bring out, and I want to get an XR, old XR for them. So we'll see. I'm the best. Yeah, appreciate that. There's your shout out, Mr. Full Send. That's why I got a KTM 690 E-Start for me, dude. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of bike. Hopefully it doesn't burn down. Pretty expensive, but they're good. They're good machines. The 701, the 690s, they're fun. They're just a lot. You know, if you're gonna ride majorly, maybe on it and getting it destroyed, I wouldn't want to do that personally. Holes, dude, and I don't want to be in any mud holes. There's only one mud hole that I'm concerned with being in, but I'll save you from that. But my Honda would get stuck right away. The old Rubicon would be buried, and I'd have like 6 Can-Ams rushing to pull me out. Maybe a Polaris if I was that unlucky. What's up, bud? Totally blew my right knee about 5 years ago. What knee protection do you rock? So I had the Liat C-frames on, and the C-frame has a notch towards the center of your knee so you can grip the tank without having the knee guard in the way. The X-frame is like the full wraparound. A lot of people ask me, do I think that the knee brace caused my tibial plateau to break? Dude, you can speculate all day long. I really can't say. Has it crossed my mind? Yes. You know, what would have happened if I didn't have the knee brace on? Of course that's crossed my mind. Would my knee have flexed in a different way, and maybe I would have just done the ACL and not the tibia? Yeah, of course. The CTI braces, I like them. Yeah, I might try something different. I probably should, since I broke my tibia with those knee braces. I don't think it'd be smart to wear them again. That'd be kind of stupid. But maybe I'll try, yeah, like the CTIs. I think that's the one that, is that the ones that Mr. Travis Pastrana endorses? I think I've seen him do the ads for them. Must be good. Any recommendations for the best place to find local dual sport riders? Any specific forums? There's a group for the 250L and the 300L, but I don't have a lot of local guys to me. I don't know of anybody who like dual sports like this in my area, so as far as like big time groups, I'm not really sure. Mr. Garden Snake might know, but he's on the other side of the globe. I'm out here in rural Ohio, so there's not a lot of people out here. Oh, I did see a 450 RL roaming through the country the other day. I was super surprised. It was some OG, like old farmer dude, no lid, just full mud flapping in the wind on a brand new 450 RL. I tried to flag him down, but it was too late. Somebody local to me, so I want to find him. I've also had a lot of questions of the 450L versus the 300L, and let me just start off by saying they're completely different bikes, but I sold the 450L and I now have the 300L. So what's up with that? Yeah, I just never liked the 450L. I didn't want to dump the extra $2,000 in it to do the Vortex ECU, the exhaust, and all that jazz. Apart from that, it was a good bike, but I just didn't want to spend another $2 grand on a $10,000 bike to get it to run right and not stall and the slow stuff off-road. So it freaking drove me nuts. The 300 is way better set up for street riding. I mean, it's a CBR engine, straight out of CB 300F. So that is why I prefer the 300 and the 250L on the street over the 450L, which is a dirt engine. You know, it's derived for that stuff, and it's just got too much power for the woods, in my opinion, and the stuff that I like to do, like the slow stuff. As you can see, I mean, I guess you could, but I'm not ripping through here flying. I'm usually first, second gear lugging along, so there's a lot of stuff that I could have done to the 450L to make it better, but at the end of the day, this is half the price, and it does everything that I wanted to do. I'm not doing Graham Jarvis shit with this. I'm not gonna be doing the Mountain of the Goats or whatever the hell it is. So the Vortex did really fix the 450L. That's what I hear, dude. It's just too expensive. Just you crazy cats, Grammatron, you and Dual Sport Life. Yeah, exactly. Oh shit, Mr. Jake has a deposit on the 300L and the 300R. If I get the 300R, I'll plate it. Easy in Texas. Yeah, it's easy here too. I rode the 300, the KLX. You'll love that bike. I don't know if you've rode one. You've probably rode one already, but I loved the bike. I had no complaints with that bike. It had a lot of power, definitely more than the 300L. And it was way more set up for dirt. The suspension was better. Everything about that bike was better for the dirt, but still I'd rather have the 300L for the street, in my opinion. I went through a slow black diamond on the 450L without stalling once. Dude, yeah, I mean, I'm sure the Vortex would have done it, but I'm cheap, dude. I don't want to spend all that money. Full exhaust system, like extra $2,000, not happening. Yeah, I would like to make it to one of those Supermoto hooligan rides, but I'm not really a bike life boy. I'll ride some wheelies, man, but as far as the cops and stuff like that, I've been there, done that, and I'd like to leave that in the past. What'd Carol say? Oh, Vintage Days is the most epic event of the year, and you will never miss another year. It's epic. You will absolutely love it. Plus, there's dirt trails for us to ride there, too. Well, you got me sold, and I'll be there for sure. Lex and I will be there, and we'll be doing some vintage hooligan stuff. Three-wheelers, all the good stuff. What do you think of the Hawk 250? I have the Bras 250, and I loved it. As far as longevity, I don't think it will hold up to hard abuse. I don't think it'll hold up, but if you just want to do some light dual sporting, some light commuting, I think you can get away with the China bikes. But anything more than that, your parts are just going to start falling off of it, and then parts are hard to get, so it's just a headache. And if you have the money, just save up and get something Japanese, honestly. Those rides have gotten out of hand. I'm 36 now, have kids, not my thing anymore. Yeah. Dude, maybe you should plan a freaking dual sport ride. I would be glad to make it out to a dual sport ride. That'd be sweet. The stuff that you did on that freaking FZ was nuts, so that would be cool, man. Respect to that. I've always wanted to get a FZ to go off-roading with, but I didn't really want to take all those steps that you did to make it possible, so hats off to you. That was one hell of a build. I'm a Honda fan too, so the XR was sweet. I want to get a T7 though. I know that's the kind of the easy way out, but a T7, I think that's the big bike that I would get. Or the KLR, just to be that guy, you know. I want to get the newer KLR for content reasons, and I just think it'd be hilarious to do all the hooligan stuff on a freaking huge tank of a bike. Just get a T7 if you got that way. Yeah, right? T7 would be sweet. T7 would be sweet. Someday. I love those engines, though. They're freaking solid. I love them just for the sound too. They're freaking plenty of torque, and they just sound nasty. Waiting on my 300L from Honda of Ozarks, hoping real soon. Yeah, dude, that's the consensus. Well, I'm glad I got my hands on one, because a lot of people are on the wait list apparently. I missed the first wave too. I wanted to be like the first guy to get one, but I missed the first wave. I mean, they all had deposits on them by the time that I called, and I just got lucky that Cody hit me up and he's like, dude, you want me to hold you one? I was like, yes, absolutely. So we'll be doing a revamp of the 250L so Alexis can come out, and we'll be building up the 300L. So it'll be the 250L and 300L couples dual sport adventures. As corny as that sounds, it should be a good time. So stay tuned for all that, guys. I'll probably get out of here. I don't want to overstay my welcome. The sun's going down. I still want to get out and do the top speed test of the 300. Do the highway review, see how everything feels. So Jake, I appreciate you sticking around, man. That's freaking awesome. He says, I've had a deposit since early March for a 300L. Holy crap. My dealership hasn't even got one yet. Dude, Taiwan is slacking. I have a 450L now, so if you're wanting to ride later and compare the two side by side, just let me know. Will do. I didn't know that. That's awesome, dude. Holy crap. Hey, Tilly, I barely made it. What's up, Tilly? Tilly's in here? What's going on, brother? Yeah, dude, you arrived just as I'm about to close this out. So, do I ever moto camp? Not as much as I'd like to. We usually just camp at the vehicles, which is kind of lame, but we're too lazy to haul our stuff on the trails, so we usually just camp out at the vehicles. Especially now that I got the van, I'm kind of spoiled with that. But that's going to wrap things up, guys. I appreciate everybody sticking around. Thank you very much. Yeah, the 250L will get supermotoed. I already have the wheels, and the 300 will be getting a set too, so hopefully we'll do that before too long. Other than that, thank you all for the support. I appreciate it. 3 days a week still, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, live stream on Sunday. For sure, man. Appreciate you, Jake. Thanks for sticking around. And till the next video,